What is a letter of recommendation? A letter of recommendation or reference letter is a document written by someone, such as a teacher, employer, mentor, or colleague who can vouch for a person's qualification, character, and achievements. It is typically used to support applications for jobs, academic programs, scholarship, and other professional opportunities. A strong recommendation letter highlights the candidate's skills, work ethic, and accomplishments, often including a specific example of their contributions and impact. The goal is to provide a credible endorsement that helps the recipients stand out from other applicants. In addition, a letter of recommendation is also used by senior officer to recommend someone for promotion.
The topic we have to discuss today is how to write a recommendation letter. First, fill in the header. The heading of your recommendation letter should include your full name, email address, phone number, address, and website. Second, greet the recipient. Start your letter with a professional greeting. If possible, address the recipient by name or title to personalize the message. Like, for example, Dear Dr. Smith, Dear Roswell Hiring Manager. If you don't know the recipient's name, use a general but professional greeting. Avoid using overly generic phrases unless absolutely necessary. Third, start your introduction with a hook. The first sentence of your recommendation sets the tone of the entire letter. The best openers are those that immediately express a heartfelt and enthusiastic recommendation of the applicant. Here are some useful phrases you can use to write a strong first sentence.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Generous Padrique, reporting on recommendation letter. 4. Establish a relationship with the candidate. Clearly explain how you know the candidate and in what capacity. Mention your professional or personal relationship, how long you've been known them, and the context of your interaction. For example, I have worked with Dylan for 3 years as the direct manager of Harvard Solution, where they constantly demonstrate leadership and problem-solving skill. Another one example is Jordan professor for 2 semesters. I have witnessed his dedication to academic excellence and critical thinking. Number 5. Praise the candidate personal qualities. Finish your introduction with a sentence or two highlighting some of the applicant's case strength or personality traits. The following example will give you an idea on how you can write yours. Like, for example, during that time, I watched Amelia grow into an exceptional individual who excels in both her academic and personal pursuits. Another example was Gregory was always an outstanding member of our team, and I have always been impressed by his professionalism and admirable personal qualities.
6. Showcase the applicant's professional or academic strengths. Your first body paragraph should start by mentioning 2 to 3 of the applicant's specific skills, talents, or experiences that are relevant to their target job or college program. Then, follow up with detailed examples of their accomplishments that demonstrate these abilities. Examples for details. Areas and deep knowledge of Scrum methodologies help increase the number of projects completed on time and within budget by 23%. Not only is the first example much more compelling, but it also showcases professional accomplishments that shows the impact that candidate can have in the new role. Whenever possible, include interesting anecdotes about the applicant that demonstrate the strengths and abilities you describe. This will create a more personable tone that makes the reader feel as though they're getting to know the applicant.
7. Highlight the applicant's personal qualities. The next body paragraph should focus on 2 or 3 of the applicant's positive personality traits and characteristics, especially those that are beneficial or desirable for the positions they want. Includes relevant and specific examples or anecdotes about the person that highlights their best qualities. For example, as a member of Habitat for Humanity, Joyce demonstrated her compassion and selfless nature by providing invaluable mentorship to 20 plus children. In case you're having trouble thinking of compelling ways to describe an applicant's personality, Harris table contains some of the best personal qualities to include in a letter of recommendation: adaptability, compassion, charisma, determination, energy, enthusiasm, friendliness, generosity, honesty, integrity, intelligence, leadership, resourceful, responsible, trustworthy, and vibrant.
How to write a recommendation letter. Encourage the reader to accept the applicant. Use strong, authoritative, and confident language when writing this sentence. For example, I am confident that John will make an outstanding member of your university's community. There is no doubt in my mind that Allison will quickly become an invaluable asset for your team. It's my strong opinion that Matthew will be a tremendous addition to the University of Virginia's graduate program in theoretical physics. Finally, conclude by encouraging the reader to contact you if they have any questions about the applicant. Politely sign off. Your closing would be formal and polite. Use any of the following sign off. Sincerely, then comma, regards and then comma, best regards and then comma, then sign or type your name and position if applicable.
Letter of recommendation format. A recommendation letter should be a well-organized and easy to scan. Follow these formatting tips to make sure your letter looks professional. First, keep it concise. Aim for only page 300 to 400 words. So, dapat wa kay daghang mga flowery words sa imong recommendation letter o kung sa imong toyo direct to the point na kaso. Nara ng 300 to 400 words. Use a professional font. Stick to clean, easy-to-read fonts like Times New Roman, Arial, or Calibre. Napili ra ka sa tulo ng font style. It's either Times New Roman, Arial, or Calibre. Size should be 11 or 12. Follow a clear structure. Organize your letter into an introduction, body paragraphs, and a closing statement. So, dapat imong letter composed na siya ng 3 parts. Introduction, body, conclusion. Mao dyan ay pagkasunod-sunod din na di ka pwede mo una. Una dayon kasi mong body. Dapat ang introduction is gi-state din mo diha o kung sa isud sa body sa imong letter. Nga sa kinalasan sa closing statement, pagbutang ka diha og kanang mura og closing greetings sa imong gipatadaan sa imong recommendation letter. Leave enough space in the margins, 1 to 1/2 for margins. So, kabaw naman mga na. Proofread before sending. Check for the spelling, grammar, and formatting errors to ensure a polished and professional letter. So, before you send your recommendation letter or imong i-print, i-check sa nimo if na ba yung mga wrong spelling, ang grammar sakto ba, ang format niya na mao ba, ang mga font niya mga panggamit, katong mga margin nga dapat nimong sundon.
Unsolicited recommendation letter is a reference letter sent to a potential employer or organization without being requested. It can be a powerful tool if well written, but it carries risk and must be handled carefully. Potential benefits: demonstrate proactivity. Sending a well-crafted letter shows initiative and eagerness. Highlights unique strengths. Provide detailed examples of achievements and skill not easily captured in a resume. Strengthens connections. Establishes a direct link with a hiring manager, which can increase visibility and influence consideration. Boost credibility. A positive endorsement from a respected source can enhance the candidate's reputation. Potential risk can be misinterpreted as pressuring or overly aggressive. May raise doubts about motivation or desperation. Negative or poorly written letters can harm the candidate's chances. Some hiring manager may simply ignore unsolicited letters if they do not add perceived value. This is the example of grad school recommendation letter. And also this is the example of character reference letter.